For those of you who don't know, I work here in the city. That's why I'm wearing a suit. But in the city where I live, everything here is really weird. If you don't work, you basically lose your house. So I'm kind of forced to work so I don't lose everything I've achieved. But you can see that my friend is crying here. I'm coming over to see why he's crying. But now he turned around and he said, I'm going to lose my house. It will be demolished. Look, that's really sad. You can see that now he lives on the street. But look, I'm going to work and tell my boss to hire him so my friend can work with me. And apparently he got really happy. But now I'm coming here to drive this car of mine to go to work. Guys, I'm arriving right here and someone has already lost their house. So I really don't want to be the next person. Now I'm arriving at work. I'm going to leave my car as usual exactly in the parking lot because it always stays here. But now I'm going to have to go up here. Guys, this is where I work, but there's a problem. My boss is right here and it doesn't seem like this is very good. He said, you're fired for not working enough. Guys, this can't be true because I really work a lot. And if I get fired, I'm going to lose everything. But I really need him to give me another chance. Apparently he refused. He really won't give me another chance here in Roblox. This is really sad because my friend is waiting for me here thinking I'm going to get a new job. He said, please leave now. Okay, I'm really going to leave now. Guys, I just lost everything. I really don't know how this is possible. I worked so hard my whole life and now I'm being fired. So I'm going to take the opportunity to go back home because I really don't know what to do. So I'm coming back here to the front. But guys, you can tell that a house was successfully demolished. The house just disappeared from here. But now a player showed up. I don't know why he came here out of nowhere. He said, you're never going to have money in your life and now you got fired. But guys, he's laughing at me. I don't know how he knows I got fired. He knows things he shouldn't know. Now he just went back inside. This was really weird. It really seems like this player had something to do with me getting fired here in Roblox. But now I just got back home, and now my friend is coming here thinking everything went well. But actually everything went wrong, and now even he ended up getting scared. Unfortunately, we lost everything. He said, so I'm going to lose my house? That's what it looks like is going to happen, because I'm also going to lose my house, which is my favorite house. This red house of mine is really nice, and now I'm going to lose it. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do to make money, but I'm coming back home, because I'm going to start looking on this computer to see if I can find some job. But now a lot of time has passed. It's even night already. I didn't find anything. My friend just lost his house. He's even crying in the middle of nowhere. Guys, this is really sad. But now my power got cut off. There's no more light in my house because I don't have money to pay the bills. Guys, I'm leaving here. I really can't believe I lost everything. But now my friend is coming over to say something. He said, I'm going to the homeless shelter. Maybe they'll help me. Okay, I hope everything goes well. So now he's coming up front because he's going to live in the shelter. For those of you who don't know, the shelter has lots of people who basically lost everything. And my friend is going to live there. I hope everything goes well. But now I'm going back home because I'm going to try to sleep because I hope this is all a dream and that tomorrow my situation gets better. Guys, now it's finally morning, but there's a really big problem. The people who demolish houses just arrived here to demolish my house. One of them even came here to talk to me. He said, hi. He said, I need you to leave your house. Look, I can't leave here no matter what. I'm just going to stay in my house and I'm not going to let him come here because this house is mine and no one is going to take it from me. But guys, it looks like he doesn't even care. Now he got back in his car and it seems like he's going to demolish my house even with me still inside. Look, this is really bad. He started the demolition. I have to get out of here urgently. This player is really destroying my house. Guys, I need to get out of here urgently. What's happening is the weirdest thing ever, especially because I didn't do anything. And even so, he's destroying my house for no reason. You can see there's a lot of destruction here. I'm coming over to get my car and save it from this demolition because I don't want my car to go down with it. Guys, now some time has passed. I ended up selling my clothes just to get food. After selling my suit, I only managed to get this apple. I can already see that soon I'll have to sell my car too. But I'm coming here to see how my house is now. I want to see if they forgave me and will let me keep my house. So I'm arriving right here. And guys, my house was totally destroyed. This is the most unfair thing that ever happened. And now he just left like nothing even happened. This really is the end of my property. But now this player is coming here. Literally, this player is evil, and he's coming to talk to me. Look, I didn't want to talk to him, because I'm almost sure he's the one who did this. He said, it was me, and you're only going to get back what you lost if you steal from others. This player is really weird, but what he said is true. If I steal from others, I'll be able to get enough money to recover everything I lost. So I really appreciate the tip. But now it looks like he's going back to his house. His house looks really expensive, and now he went back inside. But guys, now I've sold everything I had. I don't even have a car anymore, because I sold it to buy food. And the person who bought my car is coming right here. Guys, he has a lot of money. In fact, he just bought a mansion here in Roblox, and now he's coming inside. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. I don't know what to do to make money. While all of them have a mansion, I lost everything I had just because I didn't pay the bills. But now I'm going to stay right here because I want to see if he's going to help me. But I don't think he's very happy. He said, get out of here. I don't want poor people in my neighborhood. Look, this is really weird. Guys, I'm going to leave this place because there's not much I can do. But now he's coming inside. I had an idea. I'm going to get into his car without him noticing. Perfect. I'm inside now. He grabbed a snack and and is coming back. He's going to return to his house, but he has no idea that I'm in here. But apparently he arrived at this house. And guys, I don't know what's going on, but he came to someone else's house. In this case, this person arrived here, and apparently they're friends. He even got happy now. He said, "Today I saw a homeless guy. He lost everything, and for some reason, he's laughing at me. Look, this is really weird." But that player went to the elevator and apparently went down. The other player came too and also went down. But guys, I had a genius idea. I'm coming to the elevator too, but instead of going down, I'm going up. And up here, you can see there's a lot of money. There are simply millions of dollars. I'm sure if I take a bit of it, they won't even notice. Guys, I'm going to take a little. Actually, I took this bag of money. I'm going to grab as much money as I can. Perfect. Now I've got all of this. This really is a lot of money. I took about 1% of what they have. I doubt they'll notice I did this. But now I'm going to the bathroom to see what else they're hiding in there. And it looks like there's even more money. But there's a problem. He showed up here. This player also came here. And it looks like the two of them are sitting on the couch basically to talk about business. He said, "I'm rich. And you?" Look, the conversation between these two players is really weird. I really didn't want to be here, but I don't know how I'm going to get out. Finally, the player got up and went to the kitchen, apparently to prepare some food. This other player came over to eat some food. Guys, this is the perfect moment for me to finally leave here with a lot of money in Roblox. But now I have to wait for the two players to get distracted. Now they're both sitting on the chairs, so I'm going to leave very carefully because they can't notice I'm here. And now I'm going to go down here. Perfect. I'm getting out of here, and I'm going to steal this player's car, especially because this car was mine. But guys, the car alarm ended up going off, and maybe they're going to notice what's happening. Both of them are right here. They're watching what's going on. This player here got really scared. Now I finally stole his car. I have to get out of here urgently. Actually, I'm going to leave this car back here, totally hidden in this spot. It's really hard for him to notice the car is here because I hid it really well. It's really going to be hard for him to notice. But now I have more missions to do. We have other houses here that seem to have a lot of money, like this mansion right here. So I'm going to have to rob all these mansions. But now a police officer is arriving out front. Guys, this is really bad because he's coming here to see what happened. The player even came down here to explain everything to the police officer. Meanwhile, I'm coming into this house very carefully to steal the money. So I'm arriving right here, and I'm hoping there's no one inside. And it really looks like there's a lot of money here, but there's also a player watching over it because he's watching TV. And if I go in through this door, he's eventually going to see me. But for some reason, there's a box here. I don't know what's inside this box. And actually, I got this item that's going to help hide my real identity. But now the police officer is coming back to his car. He's basically going to patrol the whole city. Actually, he's coming to this mansion to talk to the player who lives here, who is also really rich. And maybe this is the perfect distraction for me to eventually steal the money. Now the two of them are talking here, but I need them to leave immediately. I really need them to come outside, so I'm going to have to create a distraction. I'm going to throw this ball right here. Now the ball is rolling out front. I really hope he sees it, and he actually got distracted and is coming over to see what this ball is doing. Look, that distraction was really weird because it actually worked. Now I'm going to be able to come inside and take a bit of the player's money. Actually, I'm going to take just a little because I can't raise suspicion that someone is stealing their money. But now I got a lot of money. I have approximately $5 million, so I'm going to get out of here. But there's a problem. He saw me. Even the police officer arrived here. This player is going to explain everything that happened to the officer, so I have to get out of here urgently. I'm going to jump over this part, and now I have to jump up here. Perfect. I made it. I'm having to run up front because there's another house I want to rob because that player did a lot of bad things to me. The player who lives in that house laughed at me because I lost everything. He's really an evil person, so I want to steal his money to make him really mad. You can see he has so much money that if I take a bit of it, he won't even notice a difference. Now the police officer is turning over there. He really wants to find out where I am, but he's never going to figure it out, especially because I'm not revealing my identity. I'm 100% hidden, but now I'm arriving right here. I'm going to have to jump into this pool. Now I finally got up here, but I'm moving very carefully to take all the player's money. He shouldn't notice that I'm here. Actually, I'm going to hide back here. It looks like he got up because he felt someone's presence nearby, but there's no one here. You can really tell he's very confused, and he went back to using the computer. But guys, I'm going to take a bit of money. Perfect. I'm putting it all in here. Now I have $7 million. I really have a lot of money now, and he didn't even notice anything because he has so much money that if I take a little, he won't see any difference. But I want to steal the money from this house to get revenge on the player who lives here, so I'm arriving here very carefully. I'm coming through the front door because I'm not afraid. And again, it looks like he has a lot of money, and there's no one in this house. Guys, this is too good to be true, so I have to be a little careful. I'm going to take a bit of money here. Actually, I'm going to take a lot of money because this player was really weird to me, but he showed up right there, and now it looks like he's laughing at me. He said, "You fell into my trap." Guys, I don't know what he's talking about because this doesn't look like a trap. It's a lot of money, just like the other rich people in Brookhaven have. All of them have a lot of money, but it looks like the police officer is right here. He's coming to possibly arrest me. He basically wants me to leave this place, but I'm not going to go down there. But he's aiming that item. He said, "Get down there, you'll be arrested." Guys, this is really bad. I'm actually getting arrested in Brookhaven for everything I did here in Roblox. Roblox. This is really terrible, but now I'm going to go down just like he asked, and basically I'm going to get arrested here. Now the officer grabbed the handcuffs, and now I'm actually going to jail. Even that player is laughing at me. Guys, this is really bad. I didn't think this was going to happen, but now I'm really going to jail. I lost absolutely everything I had. All of this because that player made me lose my job, but now I'm being taken out front. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going, but it looks like I'm coming to the maximum security prison. Even the police officer is coming up here now, because this is my end. There's absolutely nothing I can do to basically get out of this prison. So now we're arriving right here. This police officer is looking around. He finally opened the gate. This is really my end. I'm being taken straight into this prison. Now I've finally been uncuffed. But guys, now I'm basically in the maximum security prison. This is really going to be my end. Even the player said goodbye and just left. Guys, I'm never going to get out of here, especially because now that I'm in this place, I really won't be able to leave. There's even a guard right up front, and also a player training here. He really trained a lot, but now I'm coming over to choose a cell, and for some reason there's a player here that I know. Apparently, my friend is right here. He even stood up. He said it was a trap. The homeless shelter was actually a prison. Okay, that's the weirdest trap of all, but something really strange happened. They took all my money, but they forgot to take this item, and with this item, I can escape from prison, and I'm really not exaggerating. I can actually get out of here now. He even got scared, but I'm going over to see if the other player also wants to leave. So he's coming over too, but this player is really training hard, and he would be really important for our escape. I'm calling him over, and he finally stood up. He said, if you want to escape prison, don't even talk to me, because I don't want to escape. I don't know how he doesn't want to escape prison. That really doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it makes sense if he's almost done with his time here, but honestly, I don't know. He said, I only have 27 years left until I get out of here, and I'll definitely have a new life. Okay, that's really weird. I actually wanted to know why he got sentenced to 27 years. I just don't know. But now the guard is coming over to see what's going on, so the two of them went back to training. But look, nothing major happened, and apparently he understood that. Now it looks like he finally came back to watch over all of us. But now everything has been shut. There's no more sunlight here in the prison. Now even he came back here, and apparently he's calling me. Now I'm going to have to follow him, because I want to see what he's doing. But he's coming up front, and apparently he came here to get some food. Okay, this is really weird. He said, open that door. If you can open it, we'll escape. Look, I don't know how he knows that. But guys, apparently that door is our way out of this prison. So now I'm messing with it, because I want to open this door without the guard noticing. Perfect. I finally opened it. Now we're in here. We really escaped from prison. Now he went up there, so I'm coming up too. And guys, there's this flashlight here that I grabbed, and we're going to have to go down into this really weird hole, because I've never seen this before. But I'm following my friend, because maybe he knows what he's doing. I really don't know where he's going, but I really hope he knows the direction he's heading. Now he came this way, and we finally escaped. We really managed to get out of here. We're free from this prison. This was genius. He said, now we have to live a new life with disguises. Yes, unfortunately that's true. Now we're going to have to use lots of disguises so no one recognizes us. For those who don't know, I investigate very important things here in Brookhaven, but there's something really bad happening in the city. Here at the military base, a new virus has been identified that has the potential to destroy the city, but I can't let that happen. So for that, I'm investigating all of this, and for the first time I'm coming here to the military base to see exactly what's going on. So I'm going to drive this giant car of mine. This one is an FBI car, and now I'm coming here to the front because this is going to be very important. Literally the future of the city is in my hands, and I really have to solve this. So I'm arriving right here, and for some reason my friend is right here watching. This colleague of mine is now looking here. He said, let me come here too, please. I want to see the virus. Look, you can't see this, because obviously this is dangerous. He can't come here at all. So now he's finally leaving. It's really good that he left, because I really don't want my friend to be infected by the virus. But now I'm coming inside, and guys, my coworker is waiting for me here. I don't know what happened for him to be waiting for me. He said, put on this gas mask. It's the only way not to get infected. Okay, this is really weird. He gave me this box, and now he's wearing this gas mask. It really seems like this is very important. So I'm opening this box, and I'm also putting on this gas mask. But I want him to show me everything that's happening here at the military base. Now he's coming up front, so I'm following him too, but I'm holding this item to really avoid problems. And it seems he's also coming here while holding this item, but there's a soldier right here waiting for us. He said, come, here, we only have one infected, but he's really weird. Okay, I really want to see this, and he's also wearing this mask. In fact, this gas mask is one of the most important things they've made here in the city. Apparently, I'm going to have to talk to this player about everything that's happening. But he wants to show something back here. Okay, I'm arriving here, and apparently there's a skeleton on the floor. But actually there's a really weird player here. He has a very strange smile, and he's just feeling sick here. You can see there's a lot of trash in the room. We have this skeleton, and also this green liquid. Guys, this is really strange, but I'm going to open this door, because I want to talk to him. Actually, I want to see if I can talk to him. Even the soldier is here at the door, because if something happens, it's going to be the soldier who will save me. I said, can you hear me? First I want to know if he can hear me, or if he lost the ability to speak, but the soldier said no. So it seems this player simply lost the ability to speak. like he's just feeling sick in a very weird way. And actually I wanted to know what this skeleton is, because it's here out of nowhere. He said, we don't know either. This skeleton appeared out of nowhere. Okay, if that's true, that's really weird. Now he went back there, so I'm going to close this door, because I don't want him to escape at all. And we're really lucky that we have gas masks. All of us are wearing gas masks to avoid problems. Now I want to see what they think about this. I want to know if anyone knows the truth about what's happening, but apparently he doesn't know. But for some reason he came back here, and now he's standing here. Okay, this is really strange. That was the first movement he made, and basically he got closer to us, but now he's staring at us. I don't really know what he's thinking. I just know that he's really weird. Maybe he doesn't understand how we weren't infected, but we weren't infected because we're wearing masks. That mask saved us, and now he just went back there again. Okay, this is really strange, but I already have a plan of what to do. We need to evacuate the entire city, and no one should get close to this place, because this military base is no longer safe. All the houses must be demolished and moved to another neighborhood. Now my coworker arrived right here. He said, but sir, this is going to be very hard. Look, I know it's going to be hard, but it's going to be necessary. He will have to move everyone to another specific neighborhood. Now he has to do this immediately. It seems like now he understood that. He's leaving here to do his job. Guys, all the players will have to move out of their houses and live in faraway places. So this player is coming here. He took my car, and now he's leaving to do his job. Guys, he left, and he's going up front, but he left the gate open, and now my friend is coming here running. Guys, he's running over here. This is terrible, because if he gets down here, he's basically going to find that monster. So I'm going out here to stop him from coming here. Guys, he has to stop immediately. He said, why can't I go? I used to be able to visit the prisoners, but this time it's different. The ones locked up here aren't normal people. They're actually monsters, so he can't come here at all. Even this soldier came right here, and my friend is staring at us again. He said, why are you wearing gas masks? Look, we're wearing them so we don't get infected, and since he doesn't have a gas mask, he has to get out of here immediately. But he picked up this item. Look, that's not a gas mask, and now unbelievably he took this item. He really wants to see what's in there. I want to see what the soldier thinks about this, but apparently he allowed it. So guys, I'm going to let my friend come here as long as he's really careful. So he's also coming here. This soldier left, and my friend can see what's back here. But you can see that there's this really weird player. I don't know what happened to his smile, or why he's been like this for so long. But guys, now a month has passed, and a lot has changed. All the houses were removed from here, and moved to this new neighborhood, and all the houses are the same, so they could be built faster. This friend of mine is now part of the army here in Roblox. For some reason he wanted to be part of it, even after knowing everything that's happening in the city. Now, I live in this house, and everything is under control. Now I'm coming here to drive my car, because today once again I'll have to go to the military base. But first I'm picking up my coworker, who finally got in here. Today we have very important things to do to prevent a bigger disaster from happening. He said, dude, I can't take this city anymore. I'll probably move out soon. Guys, it's not just him who feels this way. All the players here feel the same. We can't take living in fear anymore, afraid that one day this virus will spread through the whole city. We're all really scared of that. But now I arrived right here, and my friend has probably been here for a long time, and now he's finally going up front. Guys, I'm going to pass him, because I have to get there urgently. Today we have a very important job to do, because for the first time, I'm going to analyze up close what this person is like. I want to find out more about the smile. Now he opened the gate and finally let us in. Look, this is really good. It's really good that he's guarding the gate so people don't come here, especially because this became national news. Everyone wants to know what's happening here, and now I'm finally arriving here. Alright, he's going to have to let me through. This is really important. Now I'm coming here. But guys, he's really weird, because he doesn't eat. He just stands here all day. But now I'm going to open this door, and I simply entered here. Guys, he's going to notice all of this. Meanwhile, I want to see what this player's smile looks like, because he's been smiling for a long time. This is really weird. Guys, I'm observing this, and you can see it's a very strange smile. His eye also changed, but I just picked up this item, and apparently there's a lot of radiation here. I don't know what that could mean. He said, the radiation comes from the green liquid on the floor. Guys, I'm looking at it, and it really does seem true. My coworker was right, so we have to get out of here. But now I finally understood what's going on. The virus that this player caught probably comes from this green liquid that's on the floor, so this should be pretty easy to solve. We just have to clean it up. Guys, I'm going to open this door, and now someone has to clean this up, but obviously I'm not going to do it, because I'm scared. Actually, it's going to be this soldier. Now he's cleaning it, and I even want to see what's going to happen. He really managed to clean it and ran back here. He's really scared of this, but now he started feeling sick. Guys, I don't know why he's feeling sick. Probably it's happening because the green liquid was released from here. He said, get out of here. He's going to attack you. Guys, I'm getting out of here, and it really seems like he came here, and for the first time he got close to us. This is really strange, but now it seems like he fell to the floor. Look, this is really strange. Only one person ever had this virus, and we just lost that only person. That means we don't have a sample of the virus anymore. So if this spreads to more people, we won't know how to deal with it. But actually he started feeling sick here on the floor. Guys, I don't know what's happening, and now he came back to normal. From what I noticed, he's immortal. Guys, this is even weirder. This virus makes the person immortal. Now he's looking over here. This is really terrible. We have to get out of here now. We have to write down everything we discovered, because this is really going to be very important. But from what I noticed, the two of them are probably fighting back there. I don't know what's happening over there. I just know that now I'm coming here to the military base because we have to write all of this down. Now he's going up here, and now both of us are coming to this room to really write down everything that happened here. But for some reason this player is coming here. I don't know what happened, but he's coming to talk to us probably about something really important. Guys, I don't know what happened, but he came to talk to me. He said, your friend is going into the cell because he thinks this isn't a virus. Wait, you're joking, right? This can't be true, but my friend is really coming here. And guys, there's that green liquid on the floor, and maybe this is terrible because it's radioactive. Now he got here, and now he removed his mask. Guys, I have to save him urgently, so I'm running here holding this weapon because I really have to save my friend. I don't know why he did that. Now I arrived right here, but guys, he's lying on the floor, and that player who was here disappeared. He literally became one of them. You can see that now he has that smile. Guys, I don't know why he did that, but now I'm going to have to lock him in here because now he's infected. He finally came here and just saw what's going on. This friend of mine is gone. This really is the end of him because we still haven't found a cure. Now he got up and he's feeling sick. Guys, this is terrible, he said. And where's the other one? Look, this is true. The other player who was in the room disappeared. Now he came right here. He said, we have to run. It's the end of the military base. Guys, if he said that, it's because something really bad happened. He's leaving here and this soldier is lying on the ground. I really don't know what happened here, but he got infected even while wearing a mask. Guys, they're all running back here because now they have to escape. They have to get out of this military base. But before I leave, I'm going to open this cell because I still have hope that one day my friend will be saved. I'm going to let him out even though he's not human anymore. I'm coming here to get my car because I'm leaving now, and it looks like they're also leaving up front because this is going to be really important. They got an armored car, but now this military base is 100% compromised. It's 100% infected and we can't go back there at all. Now I'm following them here, but there's something really weird back here. I never stopped to look at this mountain, but it looks like there's a really strange and abandoned house. While they're going up front, I'm going back here to investigate what this is. Now they're going back to the houses. I'm sure they shouldn't be doing that, but now I'm coming down here. I want to know what's in this mountain because it looks like a secret bunker, so I'm arriving right here, but it seems like this place has some level of radiation. This is really strange, so I'm coming inside, and guys, there's really a lot of radiation in here. You can see we have graffiti. We also have this really weird picture, and for some reason there's a smile here. I don't really know what this is, but I'm going down here to see it better. Guys, this is a smile in the middle of nowhere. This is really strange, but I want to find out where the radiation is coming from. Apparently the radiation is coming from here, exactly from this green liquid in the middle of nowhere. It seems like this is the place where the whole infection started. This is really weird, but now I'm leaving here. I'm coming back here to get my car, and for some reason the sky is completely green. I don't know what happened. I just know this is really weird. I'm going to have to wear this mask forever because most likely the sky is infected. I'll even check that, and it looks like it's true. The sky really is infected. This is terrible. Now I'm coming back home, so I'm arriving right here, and it looks like they're here too. They're waiting for me to see what to do, he said. And now, should we run away? Look, maybe not. Maybe we should survive to eventually save all the players who got infected, especially because one of them is my friend, and the other is this soldier's friend. It looks like he agreed with that, but now we have to build a giant improvised military base. But now a month has passed, and everything got a lot worse. The city doesn't get dark anymore. Actually, every time it gets dark, the sky just changes its color. The sky turns completely orange, and it's like it's nighttime. Meanwhile, we're in this military base that I always say is the worst military base of all, but they don't listen to me, because people can jump in here, but they really don't care about that. This player again is using the radio. He's trying to call for help. He said, again, no one hears me. Is this happening all over the world? Look, that's a possibility. Maybe the virus that happened here in the city is actually happening worldwide. That would really explain a lot. But now I'm coming here to get supplies, so he moved the car so I could pass, and finally he opened the gate. But guys, for those who don't know, out on the streets we have those infected players. They're hiding out here in completely random places. Now we're coming up front very carefully to really avoid problems. But I'm going to get the supplies from here. This player will have to go in there and grab as many things as possible. So now he's coming here, and he's grabbing a bunch of stuff. Now he has to come back running before those players reach me, because one of them is really coming this way. Guys, he's really strange. I have to get out of here fast. But now I'm coming back to this house, because this soldier has never seen this before. But it's an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere. And this is where the entire infection started. This is where those radioactive things came from. But I never told them about it. They really don't know this. He said, wait, maybe there's a cure here. I'm going to investigate. Okay, investigate that, because it's going to be very important. Now he's heading over there. He really has to see all of this. This place is really weird. Meanwhile, I'm going to watch over things here. But now the sky turned orange. This is really terrible. Guys, he has to hurry, because it's starting to get dark, and maybe this is going to be really bad. But guys, it looks like they're coming here. One infected player is coming here. And also my friend who's infected, he's coming here too. For some reason he's coming up the mountain. And if we don't get out of here, this will be our end. This player has to get out of here right now. Now he's finally coming here. I'm already getting my car so we can basically get out of here. Guys, we have to run away from here before they reach us. So now I'm going back to the military base before it gets dark in the city. Perfect. We arrived here. Now he opened the gate. But I want to see what he got. Apparently he grabbed this box. He said, this is the food. Okay, I got it here. But food isn't very important. We need the cure. But he grabbed this other box. He said, let's study this box and see if we find a cure. Yes, that's really going to be very important. Even this player got up here and he just grabbed this box because he's going to investigate it right here in the lab. We have the lab here where the research is being done, and apparently he's going to research here to see if he can find the cure. And now it's officially nighttime. This is what our night looks like. The sky turns completely red, and when it's morning the sky just turns green. Ever since this infection hit the city, absolutely everything here got way worse. For those who don't know, here in Brookhaven, there are several game passes you can buy. But today, I'm going to test several ways to get all the game passes for free, especially because some of them are really expensive, and it's actually very easy to get them for free. But I'm in a really weird city, where if you don't have a game pass, you stay in these really cheap houses. If you have just a few game passes, you stay in this house, which is a pretty interesting house. And if you have all the game passes, you simply stay in this mansion, which is incredible. But now, there's a player laughing at me, and he said, you're never going to have anything because you're poor. Look, I don't know why this player said that, since I didn't actually do anything to him, and now he just came back here and jumped over this fence. But I want to know which house he lives in, and apparently he lives right here in this house where you need some game passes. But guys, I'm arriving here to be part of this neighborhood, and I'm going to have to test several ways to get game pass for free in Brookhaven, especially the premium game pass. He said, do you have any game pass? If you do, maybe you can get a better house? Look, I don't have anything, because I'm going to test several ways to get game pass for free, and the soldiers are going to have to believe it. He said, okay, go to the worst house of all. So much so that he grabbed this radio and is warning the soldiers that I simply don't have any game pass. Now I'm going in here, but for those who don't know, my friend is right here, and he has to get up, because I know ways to get game passes for free. He even got up here and said, how? It's impossible to get game passes for free. Look, I know it sounds impossible, but there are several ways to do it. On the right, you can see that there are several paid cars. All of these cars are impossible to get if you don't have a game pass. But this car on the right looks exactly like that one, and there's a way to get it completely for free. He's even staring at me, and he said, if you get that car for free, we'll be able to get a better house. And that's true. We're going to leave this simple house and finally move to better houses. And that's going to be amazing. Here on the right, I'm going to have to go up here, and we have this Jeep. You can see that both cars are the same. It's literally the same car, but this car is a little longer, while the other one is smaller. But they're not even going to notice that. Even my friend came back here, and he just got this car. But he's looking over here, and he said, this car was from the premium game pass, but now it's free. And that's true. This car, for those who don't know, I can now get it on the right for free, but before it used to be paid. Now he got this other car, and this car was also paid. But as soon as the new Lamborghini came out, this car became free. He said, we already got the premium cars for free. Now let's upgrade the house. Look, I know he wants to do that, but I think we still need more stuff from the premium game pass to finally upgrade the house, because maybe they'll suspect that we got these cars for free, so we have to use only free cars. Besides that, we're going to have to use other things that you can get from the premium game pass, but we're going to get all of that for free. So here on the right, I'm going to have to use some specific codes. This is the first code of all, and my head is going to turn invisible. My friend is also using it, and he actually looks really weird. He actually managed to get the invisible head, and I got it too. Now it looks like we're richer, but his shirt and pants don't look that good. He needs to change them a little bit. He said, what codes can I use to look richer? Look, there are some codes you can use that I'm going to show now, and I'm also going to use these codes, especially because I also want to look rich. But first I have to choose just one car on the right, because I can't use all these cars. I need to pick the most expensive car of all, which is totally free. And I picked this car. He even got inside it, but he has to delete his car. Perfect, he deleted it. Now I'm going to make some modifications to this car. Perfect, now this car looks really nice. But here on the right, I'm going to grab this item, and I'm going to get this free engine, and I'll put the engine right here in the front. And everything I put on this car is free. My friend said, wait, even changing the tires is free? Yes, I changed the tires for free, but the only thing I couldn't change was the speed. If I put Turbo 3 up here, it would cost Robux. But now, we have to go back to the houses to basically trick the players. My friend said, wait, what about the avatar? That's true. I had forgotten about that, but both of us have to change our avatars. So much so that I'm coming up front, basically to the clothing store, and I'm going to leave my car right here. Now he's coming up front to the clothing store at the mall. And in the meantime, I'm coming here too. But there's a problem. There's a player coming here, and he's not a good person. Actually, he's a bad person. He said, you don't even have a game pass. You're poor. Look, that's what he thinks. I want him to see my car back here. So I'm coming over here because I want to see his reaction now. He's even looking at it, and now he's actually a bit scared because he doesn't know how I got this. He said, do you really have the premium game pass? Look, this car actually isn't from the premium game pass, but I'm going to say it is because I have to trick the player. He got so scared that now he ran away and went back to his house. But I'm coming to the clothing store because I have to trick all the players by pretending I have a game pass, but everything I'm using is free. But my friend is here in the front, and it looks like he's choosing some clothes. But it's really weird that he has no head. That's really strange. He said, did you find the shirts we're supposed to wear? Yes, I actually found them. Here on the right, I'm going to remove my glasses and use this code, and also this other code. Now I look like this, and my friend looks like that. We really look very rich, but there are 2 more codes I'll have to use to look super rich. I'm going to use this code, and also this other code. And now I look perfect. But my friend ended up copying everything, and he removed the invisible head because his invisible head looked really weird. But now we both look rich. But he's staring at me here, and he said, what's the next way to look like you have game passes? Look, the next way is probably the best of all. He's going to have to follow me now because I'm going to get a house. But it can't be in their neighborhood. It actually has to be in another neighborhood. So I'm going to grab my car, and my friend also has to come here because this is going to be very important. But guys, there's a soldier coming over here, and it looks like he's coming to talk to us about something really important. I really don't know why he came here. He said, come with me. We need to check if you're really rich. Look, this is not very good. If he realizes that this car is free and that our avatars were made using codes, this is going to be really bad. But he's back here behind the car, and now we're going to have to come to the neighborhood so they can check all of this. So I'm arriving here, but he came to open the gate. I don't even know where I have to go because he stayed back there to watch the city gate. But it looks like there's a player over there calling us. I'm coming here to see what's going on because I don't even understand why he called us here. He said, a guy with blue hair said you're rich, so prove that you really are. Look, I already know who said that. It was that player, and for some reason he said we're rich because he tried to help us, but he actually made things worse because now we have to prove all of this. But look, me and my friend have this avatar, and I have the invisible head that costs 30,000 Robux. I also have a premium car. I said, this invisible head is expensive, and the car is also premium. But actually, all of this is a lie. This car is free, and I got this invisible head using codes, and I want to see if he's going to believe it. He said, okay, you just have premium, so come in. And apparently he's going to open the gate, and now he's coming to the front. So much so that this is our new house in Roblox. He said, if one day you get VIP and prove it's real, you'll be able to get the mansion. Look, that's really good. And the mansion he's talking about is exactly this really expensive house. One of the houses is for sale, and the other house belongs to this player. He's basically the player I gave game passes to in a previous video on the channel. He literally got the VIP game pass because he won a challenge. Now the soldier came back here to close this gate, since only we can enter here. Now my friend is coming here to check out this house, and this house is incredible. It's a house that really requires a lot of Robux to get, specifically in this neighborhood. Only people who have the premium game pass can get this house. But my friend is arriving here, and he said, but the house is free. Look, I know the house is free, but not in this neighborhood. Everything in this neighborhood is really weird. But now he's going to have to follow me because I'm going to teach him how to get premium houses for free. And he's going to have to come with me. It even looks like he's already coming in the car. So I'm getting here too. Now I'm going to have to get out up front. But guys, there's another soldier here, and it looks like he's not going to let us through because only people with VIP can enter here. And I still don't have a way to prove I have VIP. But later I'm going to test free ways to get VIP. Now I have to leave here, and the soldier actually let me out. And that's really good. I'm simply earning respect in the city. Now I have to leave here too, and he opened this gate. But to get a premium house for free is very easy. I'm going to have to reach this plot of land, but everything here is completely abandoned. There are things that are destroyed here, and this land is not very good. It's really a forgotten plot. But if I come here to get a house, you can see there are houses on the right that are totally paid. So if I try to get this house, I'll have to buy the premium game pass to get it. But if I try to get this house on the right, it's a house just for premiums, and there's only one way to get that for free, in a really easy way. Here on the right, I'm going to pick this other house. And my friend said, wait, but how are you going to turn this house into the premium house? Look, that's actually easy to do. I'm going to have to go to this exact location. And when I get here, you can see that there are several buttons, but I'm going to press this one, which will spawn this house, which is exactly the same premium house from the right. The only difference is that this house doesn't have furniture, and it's also for sale. So here on the right, I'm going to get the furniture and start placing it in the house. Perfect! I placed the 2 sofas. And this looks just like the premium house, literally the same thing. But in this menu, I'm going to get a TV and place it right here. And for now, I left it on the floor. And this is the paid house. You can see how similar it looks. But I had an idea. I'm going to place another TV up here, and now it looks identical. This house is starting to look like the paid one. Even my friend is staring at me, and he said, this is genius, but what if you get that house on the free island? Guys, that's true, because I can get this house on this land, or maybe I can get it on that island in the middle of the ocean, which makes it look like I'm super rich. So my friend is going to have to follow me, because now I'm going to get this house exactly on that land. I'm even heading down here, and I'll have to go to the boats to get a very specific one. But actually, right up ahead there's a boat, and it looks really expensive, because it's a gold boat, so we're going to have to come here to get this boat. Actually, we're coming here to steal this boat and finally reach the island we want to go to. But I hope there's no one inside. And there really is a player here who's just laughing at us. He said, you don't have a boat. You're so poor. Guys, I don't know why he's saying that, but I'm going to have to take his boat to get revenge on this player, and I have to get to that island. But there's a problem. This island is really far away, and the island I need to get to isn't the one right in front of us. It's actually an island on the other side of the map. It's really far. My friend even got in here and is carrying the player, and he just threw him off. So we have to take his boat. Now we're leaving. laughing. And meanwhile, he's coming back here, and he just lost his boat because he was laughing at us. We're even arriving at the new island, but the island my friend needs to go to is really far. It's definitely not as close as it looks. Now he's turning, but the island we need to get to still isn't this one, because this island is completely paid. We're actually arriving at a free one, so he's going to have to go past it and arrive right at that other island. And this island up ahead is free. So now, he's finally getting here. So I'm going to climb up here, because I think he's going to crash. And he really did crash the boat. Now on the right, I'm going to get this house, and I'll have to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to have to go into the garage and press this button. Now I got a house literally on the beach. And it's a house that looks paid, and in a location that usually costs Robux. He's even looking over here, and he said, are there premium boats for free too? Look, surprisingly, yes. Here on the right, if I go down here, we have this boat, and also this other one, which look very similar. Both are really very similar, but this one is free, while that one is paid. But if I want an interesting boat that really looks paid, I can get this jet ski, because it looks like that other red vehicle, and the two are almost the same thing. There aren't many differences. This is the paid jet ski, while this one is the free one. So I can get this green jet ski on the right, and also this red boat, because I can press this button back here to place objects, like this float, and if someone drives the boat, you'll be pulled behind it, like you're super rich and have all the game passes in the game. But actually, I didn't even spend any Robux. For those who don't know, in Brookhaven, they just released this new house, which is a very beautiful house. But today I want to test with you the secrets that were released in the update that I am sure you have never seen before. I want to see the secrets that you didn't notice that are hidden here around the map. But guys, there is a player here in the front who simply wants to buy my house. He said, I will pay $1 million for your house. Look, unfortunately, my house is not for sale. This house of mine is so unique and so few people have it that this player simply wants to buy my house for the value of $1 million. But now he went back to his car and he is going back to his house, which is very far. He literally lives close by, but even so, he moves his car instead of simply coming here walking. But this friend of mine is right here, and I am calling him to help me do this. Now he finally arrived here. He said, I don't have the new house. I can't help you. Look, I know you don't have it, but basically, I have the new house, and I want him to help me test all the secrets because this house really has many secrets. Including here there is a castle where the weirdest player of all lives, and he will have to help me do all the secrets. He said, let's go! So now he is coming here, and I will simply teleport. So much that I arrived here before him, but I think it is the first time he is seeing this house, especially because he has never seen this house before. But for those who don't know, this house has many secrets because it is really a giant house. Up here, I can change the color of the house, but I can't get a pool, because even though there is a giant yard back here, they didn't put a pool. But this is the most beautiful house of all. And guys, this player left here, and he is simply laughing at my house. And I don't know why the players in the city are like this. But now my friend is going up here because he wants to see everything that is here. So now he arrived in this room. And this room is really weird because it has this thing up here, and I don't even know what this is. He said, where's the safe of the house? So I will show now where the safe of the house is. But guys, there is a player here at my door who is basically the king of the city. And I don't know what he is doing here, but he can come in here because he is basically the king. He said, I am the king, and this house is mine now. Obviously, this house is not yours. And I don't even know why he is saying this. But now he is aiming this item, and this is not good. He said, get out of here now. Look, you know that instead of leaving here, I will simply ban you. But guys, now he got scared, and he was simply banned. You can see that he can't vote on this house anymore. I really don't think he is very happy, especially because he is in front of my house, and apparently he is asking to be unbanned. But I will not unban him because he tried to steal my house. But now I am arriving in the garage because I want to show this player the motorcycle that I have. I simply have the best motorcycle of all, and I am sure that he is surprised. So much that now he got really scared. But I will not give this motorcycle to him, especially because this king is evil. And now finally I got this motorcycle. But he is looking here. He said, I am sorry for what I did. I don't want your house anymore. I just want the motorcycle. Look, this is even worse. I can't just give the motorcycle to him. But now I want to test all the secrets of the update. Guys, it looks like my friend is right here, and I came here to pick him up. Finally, he came inside here. But for those who don't know, now this circus arrived, which shows the new event that will happen. This will happen in 5 days, literally on Thursday. And for some reason, my friend is holding this item. I don't know why he is holding this, but he said, it's because I will finally find out where the safe of the house is. And this is true. He didn't know where the safe of the house was, and now finally I will find this out. Especially because he will get a house, and I will get his safe. But suddenly he got scared. He said, I will get the safe of your house before you. So much that he disappeared from here, and really, he is coming here to get the safe of my house. And it looks like he already knows where this is. He arrived here in the bathroom, and the safe is somewhere in this bathroom, but he doesn't know exactly where. So I am coming here to show my friend where the safe is because this friend of mine just got this house. Now I am coming inside here, and the safe is right here. I have to find out how to get inside here. So much that this other friend of mine arrived here, and he simply walked through the wall. Guys, I will walk through the wall with him, and now finally I managed to get the safe. And actually, this was not that hard. In fact, it is much easier than it looks. Now it looks like he left here, and he just left his house. Also, the owner of the house arrived here, and I don't think he is happy. So much that he was banned. This friend of mine was banned, even though he didn't do anything wrong. So I left here too, because actually, I was the one who got the safe. He said, wait, so I banned an innocent player? Yes, you literally banned an innocent player, and I don't think he is happy. But I am coming here to get my friend, and this other friend of mine left the game just because he banned a player who should not have been banned. But now I arrived right here to get him. So much that finally, he is arriving here. He said, wait, he left the game? Yes, that is exactly what happened, which is really sad. But finally, he came back here. It really took a while, but my friend came back. But now I am taking him here in the front so he can get his house back. But guys, he is staring at me here. He said, don't get the safe of my house anymore. Sign this. It is a peace treaty. But he got this notebook, and I don't know why he got this, but I just received this item, and now I am signing it. So much that he took it back here, and now we are at peace. We are not fighting here in Brookhaven anymore. So now I want to test with you more secrets from the update that you didn't notice. But guys, he got my safe. He literally came to my house and got the safe from my house. This was very weird, but he came back here, and this was the weirdest thing I have ever seen. He said, you can't get the safe of my house anymore, but I can. Look, this doesn't make sense. But now I want to test the next secret of the update, and he also came here. Actually, he also got this motorcycle, which is the weirdest motorcycle of all, because this motorcycle looks like a motorcycle that is in the game. But this player got the motorcycle, and now he is coming here in the front, and he has something to say. My motorcycle came back here behind because he crashed into me. He said, I have the same motorcycle as you. This is not rare. Actually, my motorcycle is very rare. Our motorcycle is completely different. Even my friend came here, and my motorcycle is much better than his. He said, then let's do a race. I will prove that I am better than you. Guys, it looks like he wants to do a race. So I will put the maximum speed up here, and I will let him go in front, especially because I don't want to reveal to him how much speed I have. Now this friend of mine arrived here in the front, and it looks like the race will be exactly here, in a place that is really very different. Now he is holding this sign that simply turned green. So it looks like the race started. But literally, I am the one who is losing this race. I don't know how, but I am losing. And in fact, the player arrived at the end. I don't know how this happened because he really won against me. Guys, he is staring at me. He said, since I won, I deserve to keep your motorcycle. Look, I disagree with that. I am coming here in the front to test more secrets that were released, but I will not give this motorcycle to him, especially because this motorcycle is very rare. But I don't know what is happening here. Apparently, my friend is fishing, but he is fishing in the pool. Look, I don't think this will help much. My friend is swimming there, but I doubt that he will be able to find a fish. But now a fish appeared here, and actually, it is my friend. Simply, my friend caught the biggest fish of all. So much that he is looking here. He said, see, you really can fish. Look, but that is not what happened. The fish that was here was actually my friend. So much that he noticed this and just fell on the ground. But guys, he has to come back here because I want to test more secrets of the update. And for those who don't know, this mall will be totally removed. Everything that is here in the mall will be removed temporarily because a circus will arrive here in the city. Really, this circus looks very good. Now finally, he came back here. And another thing that was released in the update is that here on the right there is a new button, which is the binoculars. If I press the binoculars button, I get access to this secret camera. And if I press the binoculars button again, I basically go back to normal. And this is so that people who play on mobile can have access to this camera. But my friend left here, and actually, he is back at his house. He said, I am very poor. Look, he is lying, especially because he has a Lamborghini, and he thought I would not notice that. But this player stole my motorcycle, and now he just ran away from here. He simply ran away from here. But it looks like he is very happy. So much that he is running around the map. But now I will get the motorcycle back. He simply came back here. I will lock the motorcycle on the right, and now he can't get back on the motorcycle anymore. So much that he is laughing at me, especially because he thinks he stole my motorcycle. And he is trying to get back on the motorcycle, but he can't accelerate because I locked my Roblox motorcycle. Now he left here, and I can simply drive this. But I will get another motorcycle on the right. This motorcycle here is just for him, and it looks like he is very happy. Now I have this motorcycle for myself, and I will give this motorcycle to all the players. He said, me too? Look, not you, especially because you already have this motorcycle. He can literally get this motorcycle, so it doesn't make sense to give this to him. But I am coming here to the king's house to give him a present. Guys, I am arriving right here, and it looks like the king is very angry. So much that he arrived here, and now he banned me. He simply banned me, even though I was actually trying to help him because I gave him this motorcycle. Now even he got surprised by this and simply took this motorcycle for himself and is very happy. But for some reason, he is coming up here, and I don't know what happened. I just know that he came into this room and is sleeping. Meanwhile, I am banned from his house, and I can't vote here inside anymore. But my friend is arriving here. He said, build a giant wall in his house to stop him from leaving. leaving. Guys, this idea he had is very good. Here on the right, I will get this item, and then I will get this wall. Now I will start to put several walls here to make his house worse. And this is looking perfect. I just made a giant wall in his house, and he will not be able to leave here anymore. So I am following my friend, especially because I don't know where he is going. Now he is coming back inside here, and I am following him. But he is going up here, and he arrived exactly in this room. Guys, the room where the player is sleeping is exactly this one. Now he got up there and just noticed that we are here. So much that he is laughing at us. Guys, this player is really evil. Now he went down here and is leaving his house, but he just noticed what we did. We built the giant wall, and he will not be able to leave here anymore for everything he did to us. Now I am following my friend again, and I want to test secrets from the update, especially because I didn't test all of them. But for those who don't know, this new Brookhaven menu was released, which has several interesting game passes that you can buy. He said, do you think the space behind your house is for making decorations? Look, I really don't know. I just know that there is a lot of space back here, and there is also a lot of space here in the front, which is simply useless. So maybe I can get some items here on the right to improve all of this. So now I am coming back here, and I will place this chair here. I will also place this table, which will be very interesting for dining. Now my friend is arriving right here, and he came behind my house in the most random way. He could have come through here, but he decided to simply come through this part, which is very weird. But now he placed this light here, which is very good. He is coming here in the front to do more decorations. And he placed this pool, which is very cool, but he is basically fishing. Literally, this doesn't make sense. I don't know why he is fishing here, especially because obviously there are no fish. And the king still hasn't left here. And actually, he just placed this door, and now he left here. He said, my castle is better than before. Guys, I accidentally ended up improving his castle, because now his castle has more defenses. It has this giant wall, it also has this giant sewer, and it has this bridge that can be closed. So his castle is very safe now. So much that my friend is coming here to the castle, and he simply fell into the sewer. And this castle really is the most protected castle of all. Even my friend left here, but he turned green just because he fell into the sewer. Now he just fell on the ground. Here on the right, I will remove the items, and now his castle is very weird. Even my friend is looking here. He said, there is a door in the middle of nowhere. People will think he is crazy. So it will really look like he is crazy because there is a door in the middle of nowhere, which doesn't make sense. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button, and I will add you on Roblox.